Morning, Coastline family. Shane here. Wanted to take a few moments to share some thoughts I had on Numbers 9, verses 15 through 23. In this section of scripture, we see the Israelites are actually still in the wilderness and they're still on their hike to the promised land. We see that they are being led and directed by God's presence in the form of cloud and fire. The Israelites would set up camp wherever God's presence rested, and they would break camp and move when God's presence lifted and moved. So there's two things I want us to see. And one, that God was with them in the waiting. So they were super anxious, I'm sure, and ready to get to the promised land, but they still trusted in God's timing and waited in camp until he moved. So this wait could have been days, weeks, months, or years, but they trusted in God's timing and stayed with him. Physically, they could see his presence there. What they could not see is that he was seasoning them to be a great nation. The second thing is God went before them. So when he moved, Israel moved. They broke camp and they moved. They trusted and followed God in his leading. They only moved when God directed them to move. So application for us this morning is for us to be led by the Spirit. Paul in Romans 8:14 tells us that a son of God is led by the Spirit. So even if you are being led into a waiting pattern right now, trust in him and stay in relationship with him. He is working. He is working in the background. Sometimes you can't see it, but he is working and he is seasoning you. Also, trust that God is with you and that he will go before you. Deuteronomy 31:8, and I actually love the NIV version of this, but it says that God himself goes before you, that he will not forsake you or leave you. Be available, be mobile, trust in the Spirit's leading, and know that God is waiting for you when you get there. So my encouragement this morning is just stay in prayer, stay focused on and in a relationship with God. His timing is always perfect. Pray for discernment to recognize those times that you need to rest in him, and also recognize the time that it's time for you to get up and go and move with him. So I want to leave you with this. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him and he shall direct your paths. That's Proverbs 3:5-6. All right, guys, have a blessed day.